mayohosko coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel. Hello, and welcome back to the part 2 of my backlog stream. I started this stream while I was still in grad school. I did that because I wanted to ask my viewers what sets they wanted to see me build, and they voted for the battle bus. And so after we get this done today, we're going to cast off another vote for the viewers, because even though I said that I would probably build the McLaren Ayrton Senna Formula One car next, I got some new sets in the mail, so perhaps you might want to see those. You might want to see those instead. We'll put that to the vote. But for those who don't know, we've been experimenting a lot with these Saturday streams, with the Transocean stream, and we have figured out most people's schedule, and we're going to try and roll with a few new ideas that'll work out for everyone. So right now we have Lego and Owen.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Owen.
But I can hear some wind through your microphone.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. It's really windy after this storm.
Owen, you're muted.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize I was on mute.
Yeah. Hello. How's everyone's day been?
My hands are killing me.
I know, because you did that stream and you were working with a lot of technique. Hello, Jays Briggs.
We had a storm today as well here in the UK, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's been storms all over the place.
It's because of the humidity in the air from the heat.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but here in my city, when it's summer, it's almost 100% humidity the whole summer.
Yeah. My weather's been cold, but it hasn't been too rainy. We actually did get some hail in the middle of the week, which was wild, but it was only for like 20 seconds.
Oh, we got some hail, some tornado warnings, all kinds of stuff.
So is the storm that loud where you're at that you can still hear it even though the windows are closed?
Yep.
Wow, that's a powerful storm.
Well, we get some pretty high winds, right? Like, if you're 100 pounds, you can get knocked over in the winds.
Yeah. So normally when I quiz people about wind going through their microphone, normally is because they have a fan or a furnace running, but there's actually wind outside your house.
Yep.
And Owen, you were telling us that it was really hot where you are.
Yeah, it's hot, but very stormy.
But then again, I am outside. I'm not inside, guys. I'm outside.
Yeah. It's just that the storm's that powerful.
Yeah. Like usually right after a storm, there's still a lot of wind. You got to wait for a day or two before there's no wind again, and even still, like, the clouds are moving. There's wind up in the sky. It's just not down on the surface.
Yeah. So before we give off any key information, we'll wait for more people to get up in here, because we don't want to just waste any of the important stuff. So anyway, what do we want to talk about? I know, Owen, you've been building that Durburger mock.
Yeah, because the set was not to my liking.
Jays also
Right.
have rain.
The interior of the shop is very badly set up. So I just increased the size of the build, so then it's more accurate to actually the game.
Yeah, because the thing with Lego is they scale down a lot of their builds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the interior is massive. You know, like the burgers. Like obviously a burger is going to be a 2x2 plate, but the actual build was only about I think it's like 8x16.
Has anybody been working on the project for JDP for what is it, the 8x8 or 16x16 build?
Oh no, I haven't personally. I haven't got around to it yet.
I'm gonna start working on my contribution for next week.
See, I ordered 16x16 plates, but I don't have anything to build with it unless I start taking apart some sets. But you know, that's, I guess, one of the advantages of having a computer. You can just do it digitally. I don't see how I could do that on the phone.
Because you do most of your stuff on your phone.
Yeah. I do everything on the phone. I haven't owned a computer since 3D printers first came out.
And when was
Holy
that?
shit, that's a long time ago.
What was it, 2001, 2002, I think.
That was when I was born.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Well, I don't know about galaxy, but a different time for this world and planet, that's for sure. Things were looking to change for the better, but all this stuff that we changed for the better has actually, in my opinion, destroyed our planet, destroyed our people. Like, it's funny because I only find good people and, you know, on the internet now. Before, I used to get warned that everybody was an asshole.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there is still a lot of assholes out there.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, every girl was warned not to go on dating sites and, you know, all this stuff like this back then. And now it's like, what girl or guy doesn't have like 10 or 20 of these apps on their phone? You know? And I'm just saying that because I tried one of these dating apps because of Carson's Bricks, and geez, that's just not for me. So has anybody else built something like the Millennium Falcon?
I don't buy. I don't buy much Star Wars.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that thing's going to be huge and heavy. I can already tell.
I don't buy sets personally.
And, oh, well, yeah, you're a mock, dude.
Yeah, I just buy bulk.
And also, people in the chat might make comments that are directly addressed to you two. Yeah.
So what do you guys think about this new community feature on YouTube where now people can post pictures in your community and make their own comments?
I've enabled it, but they haven't changed any tools to do anything with it.
Well, that's because it's not for you to do; it's for your audience to do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I've gone on to other people who have enabled it, and I haven't been able to post a reaction GIF or anything.
Well, I've got a few on mine, so I don't know why it's not letting you. Are you using your phone or your computer?
I've tried both.
Hmm. I wonder
Make sure your phone stuff is updated.
Yeah, I wonder if Jay's edit's got his subscriber to get his 100. He was saying yesterday he needs just one more to get 100.
People were telling me there's a thing you can unlock once you passed 100.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I also heard a rumor that they're going to lower the subscriber count again to be monetized.
Hello, the Brick Pro. Don't worry, more viewers will be here within the next hour. It always takes them forever to get their YouTube notifications.
I miss the days when I was featured on the homepage.
Oh, I actually dropped them. I have to move my Lego table. Great life.
What'd you do to your hand?
Who?
You.
Where?
What do you got on your hand?
It's like a top. It's like a
Oh,
yeah.
oh, it's a shirt.
Yeah.
Looked like a cast for a minute.
Yeah, it's just a bit shredded from the gym.
Hello, Shirley. I don't think I've seen your name here before, so welcome to the mayohosko stream. I've just been filming for 13 minutes now. And welcome back, Rahim's Creations. Good to see you here again.
I've been doing this my whole life. No, I don't know. I've been building for what? Going on 14 months, but I think 7 months on YouTube.
I've been doing YouTube for 12 years now.
Wow.
I've been doing YouTube for 2 months.
I just started watching
But I used to listen
like
channel.
2 years. Yeah, I just started watching like 2.5 years ago. I never even touched anything. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys back on camera and mute for a second.
Well, thank you very much for subscribing. We appreciate every one of my 995 subscribers. Right now, I'm finishing off the Lego Fortnite Battle Bus set that I only bought so I can do something with its starring role in a YouTube rewind when Will Smith goes, "That's hot, that's hot, that's hot."
Why don't you turn it into an actual battle bus? Not like the Fortnite battle bus, but like so it's got like turrets and guns coming off it.
That's one of my that's actually something I'm going to do as a mod for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of the watchtowers from my castle box, and I'm going to get its catapult, and I'm going to put it on top, and then I'm also going to get I'm going to get one of the laser beams from my space mox and put it on top.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shit, I did that.
hopefully we'll get the viewers from the JDP stream over here once he's finished with his stream.
Mayo,
Yeah.
I accept your apology.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for what went down yesterday.
Fine. As I said, we all make mistakes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, is there anything that we want to talk about, Lego? We could talk about anything right now.
Yeah, how shit the Fortnite sets are.
Yeah. So, are they giving you a bad experience?
Yeah, very.
How so?
They haven't got much detail.
It's probably because they're trying to be game accurate.
If they wanted to be game accurate, they would actually make the sets, like the turbo shot, the right size.
Well, that's also so that they can keep it within a price range.
I mean, yeah.
Because a lot of the budget for the Fortnite sets go for the minifigures, which means that the builds suffer.
Then why not just do a minifigure series?
Some people have done CMF drafts with Fortnite characters, actually.
Yeah. Like if I was going to do mocks on Fortnite, my mocks would probably be twice as good as the sets.
Most of the mocks people make that are online are better than the sets coming out because they're not working to parts restriction. They spend whatever money they want on their mocks. There's so much restrictions set designers have to go through.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, and it's called make a set with as least amount as pieces as possible, and add a name to it so that we can charge for the name and for our name and for our new sets.
Hello, Randucci. Did JDP just finish his stream?
What's up, Randucci?
Also, Randucci, you have an invite via Content Creator Private if you want to come on here.
Right now, I am just doing some sorting.
You've been doing sorting in a lot of people's streams recently.
Yeah.
Hey, people seem to like sorting streams.
Sometimes, yeah.
Randucci's just getting out of work. Well, perhaps you can listen to us on the drive home.
You can hear the birds tweeting.
They're tweeting as loud as when X used to be called Twitter.
Yeah, there's a lot of birds around here. But it's better than music most people's streams. I'll tell you that.
It's a lot more peaceful.
So, someone said we should have a music contest, and I'm sitting there thinking, nope, I already won, and I'm not writing no more music for a contest. I told everybody as soon as I make the 2 last songs, that's it. I'm done. I'm not making songs anymore.
It's hard work. And eventually you run out of things to make a sing about.
Well, I get inspiration from other people. 4 of my songs are because of other people, right? Like that's only 6 of my songs come from my own creation of the idea. The other 4 are because of other people, right? So like it's easier to write something about other things that people came up with because then I can do some research and then I can spend time writing lyrics and then I can spend time eliminating lyrics and then, The hardest part is always the chorus line. The chorus line is so hard to do. Like, I cannot believe how hard it is to do. And, you know,
because sometimes AI makes some pretty shit chorus.
oh, well, I don't let them make mine. That's the thing. I don't let them make mine. Like,
Yeah, you make it.
I write every single word for word, and then I take that and put it into a song generator, and then I take that and I turn it into just the vocals and then the music, and then I tweak all that stuff and stretch it out in some places, and because AI doesn't wail, if you know what I mean by wailing. Those high notes, those long notes, stuff like that. It doesn't do that. So you have to screw with it. And then after I'm done doing all that and I'm happy with it, I'm never satisfied because it never sounds like a real band. Sometimes I got to add instruments to it too. That means I got to take it through another AI, Like I go through about 6, 7 different free AIs that I ran out of AIs to use, and now they all want money.
Because they all have certain types of subscriptions you have to pay for.
Yeah.
And I can't be asked paying like £10 a month.
£10. Most of the ones that I'm at, they're like $49 a month. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll find another one.
I think it's called Somber Music.
Yeah.
But I've kind of used all the different voices.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to be using the same voice for a different song.
No. Well, I do that though. I've used the same type of voice in a couple of my songs.
Yeah.
But I've had to like alter it with the equalizer, right? Like for the heavy metal song, it's the same as the guy singing in grunge. It's just I had to alter his voice, right?
Yeah, so it's not copyright.
Well, it's not even the copyright that I'm worried about. It was the tone and the style of the song. I had to change it. He had to sound more aggressive. He had to sound, whereas the alternative guy, he had to sound a little bit more happy and,
The only issue is if you use somebody else's like music, you can sometimes get a copyright strike off YouTube.
Well, I don't use anybody else's music. It's all generated, so
it's obviously been allowed to use.
But it's also this: I take both the singer, the vocals, and the instrumentals, and I run it through an equalizer. I split the song. I take the vocals right out, right? I split the song into two, and then I take each one of those files and I put it into an equalizer.
Yeah.
That's something I pay for. And everybody keeps asking me, what do you use? Well, I don't want to say because they're not sponsoring me, for one. It's like when I buy a product, a digital product, people are like, oh, you're not giving out the name. No, why would I? I had to pay for this. If it was free, I would give out their name,
Yeah.
But since I paid for it, it's legally mine now. Why would I give a shout out to somebody after they made me pay?
Yeah, even talking about it.
So here's a philosophical question. If you used the Microsoft Word to write all of your scripts, would you say, instead of, hey, I wrote this script on Microsoft Word, would you just say, I wrote this script on the computer because Microsoft isn't sponsoring you?
Yes, I would not, especially if I'm paying for Microsoft. Because there are features that you have to pay for on that.
I get it all for free.
You may. I don't. I'm on a phone.
Yeah, because I just use my work computer.
And well, see, it's a work computer. They already paid for everything. Again,
Yeah.
you're paying for it. Why am I gonna say anything I paid for? You know, like my sponsors, right? I got Child Brick, and then I got Your World of Building Blocks. I'll say their names all day long. Why? Because they actually employ me in a way with an affiliate program, and they also sponsor me by giving me Lego sets, right? So I'll say their names all day long. Why? Because they're sponsoring me, and I'm a part of one of their affiliate programs. It doesn't cost anybody anything, and it lets people know that when they use those things, they're helping out the channel. Doesn't cost them nothing.
So when you buy those brick sets on Amazon, do you say that you bought those brick sets on Amazon because Amazon's sponsoring you?
No, because Amazon's not sponsoring me. So why would I?
But you've said previously sets that you put on your streams that you got them from Amazon.
Well, yeah, because that's just something you put on there for a catchy title, right? Like, look at
Okay.
this Amazon deal, right? You know,
Okay. So
I got
you
this on sale on Amazon. It doesn't hurt me or my channel any, but it draws people to the channel because everybody uses Amazon, so they're gonna see the title and the thumbnail and be like, "Oh, that's Amazon. Let me see what you got."
so you're using Amazon as a keyword.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
listen, people that don't put words in their titles, I'm sorry, it doesn't say anything. Okay, a lot of people don't read just the description. They look at the title, right? And I've told people this a million times. Add at least something in the title, even if it's tiny, whatever. You know what I mean? Like if I said, "Oh, I'm gonna explode a Lego set," I'm gonna have the word "explode" over top of the Lego set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Like,
you're going to use the brand and your emotion as the keywords in the title.
that's right. And
Nice.
like I,
I
I
like
don't get many views on my videos, and I'm okay with that. I'm not a video dude. I know what I am. I'm a streamer. I stream. I'll make videos once in a while. I'll do shorts once in a while. I'll do posts once in a while, but I'm not going to sit there and waste all my energy on something that I'm not. You got to focus on what you are. So if you put out content that's videos and you're getting good views on them, and then you put out content that are shorts and you're not getting good views, stop doing so many shorts. Do shorts. Here's my thing. If you're getting 200 average on a video and you're getting maybe about 200 to 300 average on your shorts, okay, that means you need to stop doing shorts so much. You need to focus on your videos more.
yes.
Because you gotta realize, like I've got shorts that have 2,000 views on them. Does it really mean anything when my sometimes my live views are getting 1,000 people?
No, because people scroll. They're
That's
not
right.
actually watching it. They just scroll through it.
Yeah, and so when I'm live and those 200 or 2,000 people watched my live, that means more people that subscribe from there are going to stay. Short viewers don't stay. Now, if you're a short channel, it's fine because those are the people that you want. Those are your engaging audience. If you do a live stream and you're on there for 10 hours and you got 100 freaking views, it's time to not do live anymore. You know?
Yeah, stop. That's your time to stop it.
Yeah. Like you just got to look at where your views are coming from and what you're getting your views from. For me, it's been live and live only. Okay, yeah, my shorts have gotten me some subscribers, but they disappear.
Most of
And-
my views are all from Instagram.
That's a whole different platform, though. I'm just talking about YouTube. Let's leave the other platforms out because I don't support any other platforms.
Okay.
You have,
Except
yeah,
except the Discord, because that's where our main communication is.
Yes, but Discord to me isn't a platform. Okay, that's more of like a chat hangout. Like the old YouTube chat and stuff like that. It's no to me. It's no different, except for you can't scroll. Well, you can. You can probably scroll and check for rooms and stuff like that.
See, I like this conversation because you're speaking my language too far.
Well, again, like no matter what you do in life, you got to figure out how to do it better and how to and where you fit in, right? So, if you just want to be one of them people that you don't care where you fit in and you just do the job and you don't want to improve it or make it easier for yourself and you're just going to do what they told you to do, then you got no reason to be on here then either. You got to have that uniqueness about you to even do this. Whether whether you're successful or not, you just need that ability.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Clicking Cliff, yo, and also hello, Alexandria. So whenever, yeah, actually no, I'm not gonna do something.
Look, I have the Transformers channel, and I made big mistakes with that channel. Real big mistakes, okay? And now I took and learned from them mistakes.
Bricks is the way. Hey, JDP.
There's JDP. Now that I've taken those mistakes and eliminated them for this channel grew faster. I got more engaged with the audience. I actually had conversations, things like that, right? Now, don't get me wrong, it was a fun journey with the Transformers channel, a real fun journey. But, there were mistakes made. So I had to correct them with this channel. Now, when I start my third channel, and yes, I'm going to start a third channel, nothing to do with toys, nothing to do with anything like that. But when I start my third channel, I'm reaching out right away to the people that are going to sponsor me for this channel. See, a lot of people make the mistake and say, oh, I got to wait. You don't wait. You become persistent and you send them emails, you send them proof, you send them everything you can, right? Show them how determined you are and you'll get them before you're even monetized, like I did, right? Like, you don't have to wait. If there's a company you like out there and you want them to sponsor you and you're promoting their stuff or using their stuff, get on it.
Yeah.
Now, with me, I have no choice. I can't do that with Lego. First of all, because I don't agree with their rules. Second of all, I have the word Lego in the title of my channel. Now, the rules that I'm talking about is the 8 pages that you have to go through to even get a sponsorship, and you have to use these 8 pages in your videos, which I don't agree with. Because, first of all, I don't want to remember all that information to tell my viewers because someone else already is telling them that stuff. So, and I don't want to have to be restricted. My channel is an adult channel. It's going to stay an adult channel.
You want to see yourself.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's fine for these people that want to get big and ignore their people, but that's not who I am. I've said it a million times. Even if I keep my 1,000 subscribers for the whole time this channel exists, I'm fine with it. If I get 10,000, it's not going to change who I am. If I get 50,000, not going to change who I am. 100,000, not going to change who I am. I'm just going to keep building Lego and hanging out with people. Plain and simple. That's what my channel is about. I let people know. That's it. You're not getting much else from me.
And that's why you created Brick Therapy. And that's why, for anyone that isn't in Brick Therapy, the link is in the description. And there's also links to the Never Too Old for Lego and the Owen, the Lego Master Builder channels in the description.
Like Like everybody says to me, "Oh well, if you follow the algorithm, this." Well, how am I going to follow an algorithm that changes every month? How about I follow what I know what works? And you know what works? The grind. That's the only thing that works. It's the only thing that's true. Well,
Working,
and regular time scheduling.
yeah, working hard or hardly working. Hey, Joel, good to see you here. For those who don't know, Joel has been building. Well, Joel is building one mock each day for the month because he's raising money for charity.
Nice. And see, that's what I want to get brick therapy into next year, starting right after Christmas. Is
Oh,
a charity event where we make a GoFundMe account, and then we raise enough money that we all can just go shopping and buy a whole bunch of Lego toys and bring them to our local hospitals and hand them out for the next Christmas.
Nice. And also, when I get 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours, I'm going to be hosting a charity stream to raise money for some of the mental health charities that perform some mental health services, like running certain phone hotlines, and they work for suicide prevention.
That's a good cause.
Because I donated to a charity called Beyond Blue that has a 24-hour hotline for people who aren't feeling good about their mental health, and another hotline for that help people not commit suicide. And so I always get emails from them about the stuff that they're doing because I was a donor once. And so I think since mental health is health, and some people know that I'm a mental health activist, I think that would be a perfect charity for me to try to raise some money for, to make a difference in this world.
Well, if brick therapy gets big enough, we'll have our own charity.
But that's personally one of the projects I'm working for, and that's my main motivation to get this channel to be monetized. Actually, is because I want to bring people together to raise money to make a difference in this world, and hopefully be able to pay the salaries for some people to man the phones to help literally save lives. Because whether you're a firefighter, a doctor, a policeman, or someone at the suicide hotline, you are saving lives.
So, Mayo, you have a computer. Make a 24-hour playlist of the best of Mayo and play it while you're sleeping. You'll get more views, more people. Like, I would say 25% of my subscriber basis is because of my restreams.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm not going to do that is because YouTube has a way of detecting for scam hours. That's why I encourage people who want to help me to get those watch time hours to watch one of my playlists about any type of videos you might like on my channel, whether it's my hauls, whether it's my mocks, whether it's my podcasts, whether it's my streams, whether it's my city updates, whether it's stuff to do with my trains, whether it's stuff to do with my castle, whether it's stuff to do with my space, any type of video genre you might like on my channel, there's probably a playlist for it. And if you really want to support me, you can watch one of those playlists.
Yeah, but you're just taking odds with that type of thinking. I'm just saying, man, because here's the truth. You could say that all you want. How many people are actually going to go and do it? Let's say there's 100 people watching us right now, and you just said that. How many people are actually going to remember to do that later or want to do that right now? The odds are very, 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 very low. But you streaming while you're sleeping, people are going to come across your live throughout the whole night, and they're going to watch, and they're either going to determine if they like it or not and hit that subscribe button. I've done the same thing that you just said. It doesn't work because, again, like I said, how many of those people are actually going to do it?
Yeah.
They're watching you live right now. They don't want to get off and go and watch a video. But if you are having something on all the time, you're going to have new viewers coming to the channel, and they're going to determine right then and there, watching it, whether you're sleeping or not. They're going to determine, am I going to subscribe? Yes or no. Odds are you'll get at least 25% more subscribers that way. Because that's what I've done the numbers. I've done the numbers.
Sounds like we have an Albert Einstein in this stream today.
Oh, it's not that you just gotta, like I said, it's a job, right? Like, no matter what, it's a job. You gotta do what makes it what works, and that makes your channel grow. You guys think that I should have been, getting 1,000 subscribers in 6 months, being a newcomer to Lego? No. There's only a few people that ever get to that. And you know why? Because we're following our own schedules and rules that work. Like, look, Max got more subscribers than I do, right? And he is not monetized. He doesn't have the hours. He doesn't have the hours because he does lots of lives and hardly any videos and hardly any shorts, right? He can take those lives and cut them up into segments and make videos. Everybody can do that has a computer. It would take me forever to do that. I've tried. It's harder to do on the phone, but you're producing videos that people can watch later. Not everybody goes, oh, I want to watch a live video right now that's already been played. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm constantly strategizing about what I want to do on this channel.
Yeah. Well, you gotta take, like I said, look at your shorts, look at your views, and look at your lives. Which one has the greater retention? Which one has
videos,
more in and out people coming? Which one has more videos watched, more shorts or streams or videos?
And the results for my channel is videos.
So then you should really focus on the videos more before you do anything else. That's how you get your hours. Focus on your videos, scratch everything out that's not working. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying focus on what you got going that's working for you and do that. And then once you got your 1,000 hours, you can become as lazy as you want to. That's what I did, and I'm being honest about it. I've missed days. Ever since I got pneumonia, I've missed days. Even when I was feeling good enough to do a stream, I still didn't do it, right? And that's not because of anything but personal matters that I'm going through with pain, right? Like, how can I build if my hands are so sore and swollen that I can't even touch a Lego?
There's a lot of experimentation to be done.
Yeah. Like, my videos suck, man. I get like 40 views. I get maybe 5 likes. And it's not because it's not because I'm making bad videos or anything. It's because that's not what my audience wants from me. They want to see me live.
And majority of my audience wants to see my videos, which is why I've affected them where they average over 100 views.
Yeah. So if I had people 100 views per video, I'd be doing nothing but videos.
Yeah, and that's why I gave up on shorts, because I was yielding less than 1,000 views per short. So I'm like, there's no point anymore.
Well, there's still a point. Okay, listen, I don't care what you do. as long as you do this. If you got the capabilities of doing it, then you'd still do it, right? Because, okay, let's say my shorts were the only things that were working. I would still go live at least twice a month, and I'd still make at least 2 shorts, and I'd still do at least 2 posts. I would keep that going, but every day I would do like 5 shorts.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm done with the battle bus now. But there's one more sticker I gotta, and then I'll be done with this. Where is the battle? The battle bus sticker goes on the front.
Before I do another video or live stream, I'm gonna start doing some research and watch people's videos on tips to improve quality of videos.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's one of the mistakes that I made. This is what I was talking about, is listening to other people tell me how to make my channel better. Okay? You already know how to make your channel good. You see your own results on your own channel. Don't listen to other people, because that's not what the people are there for.
Yeah, I mean, I keep getting too many dickheads coming on my videos and putting comments down below, such as, "You can do this so much better with just a couple of tips."
So yeah, everybody wants to give their opinion to be a part of it. That's not how you do it. If you want to give some tips and you're an actual streamer and you actually do stuff, then you can come on to Brick Therapy, join the content creators and give your tips. Other than that, if you're just a viewer, honestly, I'm not trying to be mean to the viewer, but it doesn't matter, because you already got proof in the pudding with what's working for you.
Yeah.
Just because one person makes a comment or 2 people make a comment doesn't justify the 400 people that watched your video.
But the thing is, this person is not even into Lego.
It's what?
He's not even a Lego creator.
Well, okay, so there you go. And this is what I was talking about making mistakes. I was watching vidIQ. Those guys told me that I would not. Like they literally did my channel on their channel, right? And they're like, "Oh, his thumbnails are shit." Right? That's pretty much what they said. "Oh, his titles are way too long. His videos are slow." Okay, that's what they said. So I did all the things that they told me to do, right? I fixed my titles, sped up the video so I wasn't dragging on, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. And I got less views. And I got less views. And less views. And less views as time went by. So then I went back to what I was doing. My views jumped straight up.
And maybe that's more of a case that that what worked for others wasn't working for you, because you had developed a core audience that was happy with what you were uploading.
Well, that's the thing. Every audience is different. We may share some of the same viewers, but guess what? Those viewers are different people when they're watching us individually. They're on our channel for a reason. Everybody has their own reason to be on that channel.
Either to be a total dickhead and slag you off, or to actually help you. Would be nice.
Yeah.
Or even to become a part of the community.
See? And that's what you want. You want core audience, not trolls and looky-loos. You want core audience. And like I said, I would be happy with just 1,000 subscribers and the channel making a little bit of money where I can invest it back into the channel by doing giveaways. Then, like, even if a giveaway took 7 months to do, at least I'm still doing it with the money that this channel makes. And that's the reality of things on a channel, to be honest with you. If you're not getting supers or you're not getting any type of members, things like this, I'm just gonna let you know straight up. It takes about 7 months to get $100 out of YouTube, and you got to do the grind. That's videos every day.
Yeah.
And it takes YouTube forever to pay you. Like your first
To
time.
be fair, I don't even think YouTube want to pay us. They just do it because they have to.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they're waiting till you, because they pay people in $100
Increment. Yeah. And here's the thing though. You know how many channels are out there right now that are monetized that are making are getting $100 every 7 months that they haven't even put a video out for a year, and YouTube's still making tons of money off of them because of all the new ads that they get and all the new contracts. They love small creators because there's billions of us out there. There's only maybe 100,000 real YouTubers out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. That's why I tell everybody, "Oh, yeah, how do you get monetized? You're a YouTuber?" I'm like, "No, I'm just the guy behind the camera."
True facts.
You want to call me a YouTuber? Give me 100,000 subscribers. Then I will say yes, I'm officially a YouTuber because they send me a plaque. But until that day, I am not. Becoming a YouTuber is a pipe dream for, I would say, 99% of this world. But having fun with your channel, being there for people that need you, making connections and friends, that's priceless.
Yeah. So yeah, so is there anything else that we want to talk about? Is there anything that's grinding anyone's gears?
Yeah, I'm watching a new TV show. It's not so new though. It's called Legacy. Anybody ever hear of it?
No.
So it's about witches, vampires, and werewolves in a school. And now that I'm watching this, and it's older, right? I think it's like 7 years old now or something like that. I'm sitting there thinking, this is what Wednesday was.
Also, I'm gonna take the roof off so that I can have so that I can show all the minifigures up here and get a close up at some of these minifigs. Yeah. So anyway, I should have done this earlier, but does everyone remember the 3 questions?
Millennium Falcon, don't know about the future, and I'm a living. I'm alive. That's my short answers for this time, because I can't see anything past the Millennium Falcon for a while.
What's the 3 questions, if you don't mind me asking?
How was your week? Do you have any news about your collection or socials? And did you buy any Lego?
Yeah, 3 very shit Fortnite sets.
Those are 2 sets that I will never buy. It's Fortnite and Minecraft.
If they brought out Call of Duty Lego, I would be right into it, but they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, but you can buy the sets on both those sites that I am a part of. You can buy Call of Duty stuff on them, and they're not even that expensive. They're like, have you ever seen the Batman that they did? It's not a mech, but it's like a mech style, and that doesn't have a minifigure. It's just a Batman.
Yeah, it's like a figure, like a massive one.
Yeah, so they have those for Call of Duty. They have a whole bunch of those, even like these armored sets. Like they're wearing like space type armor looking stuff. And then It kind of looks like Gears of War to me, to be honest. And then there's what is it? Fortnite stuff. A lot of Fortnite stuff. A lot of Minecraft stuff as well.
I've seen the Fallout Mega Brick set.
Oh, I'm talking about other type of sets, not commercial sets, known brands like Mega Block and Lego.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, Lego Tours, and I saw you at the end of when I was on JDP stream. So thank you for finding us here today. Yeah. Anyway, so my answer to the 3 questions is I have had a great week, and part of why my week's been great is because of when I was gaming while watching people from Brick Therapy. I bought I didn't technically buy, actually yes, I bought a pab box from the Lego store. And in terms of my socials, I'm only 4 followers away from 350 on Instagram. I'm steadily gaining traction on a couple of my Twitter X accounts, and now we're at 985 subscribers. So thank you, everybody.
Nice. See, I don't know how you guys do that. I don't have time to do that kind of stuff beyond a million different social networks and posting on every single one.
Hey, Crimson. Well, that's because I spend a short amount of time on just about every app where there's an active conversation.
Yeah.
So like within 15 minutes on my phone, for example, I might spend 2 minutes checking out what videos people have uploaded on YouTube, and if no one's streaming right now, then I'll go to Instagram, see if anyone's posted pictures about vintage Lego, see if anyone's trying to contact me, and once I've seen all that, and there's no DMs that I need to respond to, then I'll go to Twitter X and see what people are talking about, see if there's anything that I can quote tweet, see if anyone's replied to any of my posts. And if there's no action there, then I go to Discord, see what's going on with the Brick Therapy server. And if someone said something that I can respond to, then I'll respond to it. And if not, then I leave that, and then I go check if anyone's messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and then if no one's messaged me there, then I'll go on to Facebook, see if anyone's responded to any of my posts over there from my friends and family, and if someone has, then I'll respond, and if someone hasn't, then I get out of the app, and that's how I'm able to use 5 or 6 social medias within a 15-minute span.
Wow.
Because if there's no action going, then I spend less than 2 minutes per app.
Yeah. See, I can't do that. That's too much for me. Way too much for me. I'm like this. If no one's streaming, when I go on and I want to watch a stream, then I move on and do something else.
Yeah, well, because
I'm on live right now, man. Go ahead, buddy. If there's no camera, you can just say hi.
Oh, hi.
They can hear you.
What are you doing?
Lego channel.
Got Lego collections?
Not really. I just build them and then that's it. All right.
All right. I see some other people in chat. Hey, Dina. Good to see you here. Some people saying hello to each other. No one really having any deep conversations. Just chatting along, and saying hi to each other. So for those who have just come in, just finished building the Fortnite to Battle Bus set, and I took the roof off that has the balloon up top took some of the tiles off so that I could show these really cool minifigures up here. There's a lot of detail and parts budget that went into these minifigures, and because these minifigures are such high quality, is probably why Owen finds the builds underwhelming.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is why you were posting pictures about your modifications to the Durburger set.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I have bought third-party minifigures that have more detail on their head than the Lego I've ever seen on a Lego body.
Like
Like
think
my-
about all them Tony Stank minifigures you built.
Tony Stank has a brain showing right on his head.
And also, for those who don't know, what I did to prop up the bus so it would be high on camera is I used one of the pad boxes that I used an empty pad box from when I went to the Lego store this week on the day after the end of semester at grad school, and so there'll be a whole video coming about that this time next week. I'll be uploading another video about Brickworld Chicago tomorrow.
On that note, guys, I gotta run. It's 4:00. I have to go eat and take medication. Yep.
Great having you here.
Every day at 4, I have to eat and take medication. I hate it.
So in that case, in the future, do you want to start these streams earlier so we can stream for a bit longer?
Well, as long as it's not from noon till 1, because that's going to interfere with my stream, right? If I do that stream that day. Because there will be days, now that it's summer and the rainy season is here, like on most days, if it thunderstorms for hours, the next whole day I'm useless. So it all depends. That's why I like playing things by ear, especially right now since everybody's got so many different schedules. Like we just did brick therapy, our Brickopolis, and even Tristan was so overwhelmed with what he was doing in his life that he slept in and missed the whole show.
Yeah, because when we do this stream this time next week, it's gonna be episode 9 of the Transocean stream. And I would like to keep that to 2 hours. So if you have to take your medication at 4, perhaps we start this at 2 instead of 3.
We could try that.
Are you okay with that, Owen?
Yeah, I'm free anytime.
To start at 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. for you?
Yeah,
You guys
that's
gotta
fine.
remember, I'm starting physiotherapy next week, and I don't know what the schedule is until they give it to me. So I gotta get back to you on that too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's an update. So that's an update for everyone out there. We will be bringing back the Transocean stream. So at the bare minimum, you're going to see us 3, unless one of us has to pull out, and anyone else from Content Creator Private on Brick Therapy is available to join us if they want to. But due to 2-4's scheduling, we're going to try start these at 2 p.m. Eastern instead of 3 p.m. Eastern to better accommodate his schedule.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for everybody that joined in chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and support Mayo's channel. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good night, a good stream, guys.
Bye.
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 And you can find the links to Never Too Old for Lego's channel in the description. So we'll go live for as long as you want to go live, Owen.
Yeah, I'm just dismantling my Dark Falcon.
Yeah, because you said that you're trying to harvest that for the pieces.
Yeah, I like the gaming interior on the inside of the build. I'm quite interested in this area because I was going to do an arcade mod, and it actually includes a gaming controller as well as a screen. as well as all the angled pieces that I'm very, like the wing plates, I'm very interested in.
Yeah, there's a lot of angled and wedged plates in the Millennium Falcon sets.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, well, if there was more people here, I would do a poll. But I don't think it's worth doing a poll.
Could we talk about like my channel on how to get to improve?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put these pieces back in this pad box
Okay.
while we're talking.
Yeah.
So, is there any questions that you wanted to get an answer to, or is there anything that you want to specifically talk about?
Yeah, just the quality of the videos.
Yeah, well, I forget if you upload in HD or 4K.
HD.
Yeah. The majority of people I know film in HD.
Yeah, I don't want to pay the extra money to film in 4K.
So can your phone not? Sorry. Ugh. So does your phone not have a 4K camera in it?
No, it has a I think it's 1000 XPS, if I'm not too sure.
Good morning, Johnny, and hello, XD Legend.
Well, I think it's HPS, 1000. I'm not too sure.
Well, HD is 1080p.
Let me just double check. Let me just double check.
And unless you pay for StreamYard, which I don't, you can only upload streams in 720p. I don't want to pay for StreamYard, which is why I only upload in 720p.
Yeah. In fact, it is 4K, so it must be them. Yeah, it's 4K.
So you do upload in. So your camera's 4K, but do you upload in 4K?
Yeah, I do.
So what editing software do you use?
I use CapCut.
Oh yeah, I know a bunch of people who edit stuff with CapCut. So does CapCut have an option where you can export your videos in 4K?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, when I do stuff on iMovie, that also lets me export in 4K. However, I can only export in 4K from iMovie on my Mac.
iPhone.
No,
Oh.
on my Mac, I can't export in 4K from my phone, which means I have to airdrop my videos after I edit them from iMovie on my phone. I then have to airdrop that to my Mac so I can run it through iMovie on my Mac, and then I can export it in 4K.
And I'm trying to change my setup a little bit as well.
How so?
Like I'm trying to change different camera angles.
Yeah, I
was playing around with.
I still experiment with my camera angles, because what I've learned is that say if you're filming something of a Lego box, I always make sure to frame up my camera where you can see the Lego logo. A box might be wide. It might be so wide that it's hard to get the whole box in the shot. But if you get the Lego logo in the shot, then more people will see it and be drawn to it.
The only issue is with my phone is whenever I use my video setting instead of camera, right? It zooms in. And I can't zoom out. It just automatically zooms in. It doesn't let you change the setting.
That's weird because I can completely change the level of zoom on my iPhone.
I mean, I've got a pretty old Samsung. I think it's like the A14.
I don't know enough about the Samsung models, but I do know that cameras get slowly degraded over time.
And plus, I've noticed as well, the more updates my phone is having, the slower things are loading.
Yeah, that's what's happening with my iPhone 8. Is that thing is 9 years old now. So compared to my iPhone 13, everything is so much faster because it's a newer model.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to spoil everything, but one of the things I did get in what will be my whole video in a week is the Duplo Formula 1 set.
Wait, is that an old one?
No, it came out this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it in Smiths.
Yeah, I'm a big Formula 1 fan, and the fact that this came with pieces to build each of the 10 teams was what attracted me to buy this, and the fact that that you can build 3 teams at once was what convinced me to buy this.
Yeah.
And there's another set I bought to get certain gift with purchases that I'm not going to reveal until the whole video. But where I'm going to build the bags that have the 3 teams I'm interested in right now.
What are the 3 teams you're interested in?
Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're probably my 3 favorites as well.
So what interests you in those 3 teams?
What's up, sorry?
What?
What did you say?
So what interests you in those 3 teams?
I really like drinking Red Bull for one. And the colours as well of each of the 3.
Yeah, because when there's no Australian racing in Formula 1, my default team is Red Bull Racing pretty much everywhere across the world, and Mark Webber and Daniel Ricciardo used to drive for Red Bull Racing. Then Daniel Ricciardo went to McLaren, and now Oscar Piastri drives for McLaren. So that's why I'm interested in Red Bull and McLaren. And the scarlet red of the Ferrari is just so iconic. It's pretty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally know too much about F1. I usually just watch it for background noise.
Yeah, this is Ferrari parts. Also,
It's great they're doing it for kids as well.
yeah. What?
I said it's great that Duplo have made a set for kids.
Yeah, I was so pumped that they made a Duplo set because when they announced the news of this partnership, they said they were going to split it across as many things as possible, and I was like, oh, what if we get a Duplo set? What if we get some friend sets? What if we get some city sets? What if we get some Technic sets? And we got 3 out of those 4 things as Formula One sets.
Yeah. Which one was missing? Mayo.
And of what?
Which one was missing?
There's no friends Formula One because that'd be hard to integrate.
Yeah.
Because I knew the number one thing we were going to get out of it was Speed Champion sets. Which is why we got all of the 10 teams as separate sets in Speed Champion. So XD Legend bought the police boat.
Oh, nice. I mean, next week I'm probably going to buy the Lego truck, the Lego City one.
Yeah, the Lego delivery truck with the 8-wide trailer.
Yeah, only for the simple reason it has a Lego logo on one of the tiles.
Yeah, I own the 2010 version of that set.
Yeah, because I'm going to be making a Lego shop. After I'm finishing my Burger mod. Because this will be the beginning of my Lego City.
Oh, so you're actually going to try to develop a Lego City, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you ever end up making Lego City updates, I'll be your first viewer because I'm a sucker for city updates.
Yeah. The only issue is I'm very shit at building structures.
And that's why practice makes perfect.
Shops and building.
And that's why practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Trying out different building techniques. Like once my turbo mock is complete, I'm going to see if there's anything I can improve. And if there is, I'm starting the whole kit again using that technique.
Well, if you're able to replicate that technique, that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
That's dark blue for Williams. Is there anything in here?
Like this is one of the doors I'm using for the shop that I custom made with the different greys, with the orange and the blue.
And you're using one of the masonry bricks in there.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of building it in segments. So I can focusing.
I try to segment my mocks because that means I can build it in separate stages instead of all at once.
Yeah, because when you build it all at once, you're more likely to kind of mess up a little bit.
Yeah. So we're going to start by building the Ferrari, and because Duplo sets are so simple, they don't come with instructions. It's very easy to look at the pictures on the box and see how it's built. And it comes with 3 of these engine blocks for the back. There's a blue head.
I've only got 4 more sets to dismantle until all my sets have been sorted. And then I have my bolt to move on to.
Yeah, because you said that you're going full throttle with mocks.
Yeah. I'm only going to buy sets for pieces, but even then, as soon as I buy the set, the pieces are going to get sorted. I'm not even going to build it. If I see pieces on the box that I really need or that I would like for a certain mock, I'm buying the set. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I bought the Queer Eye loft just because of the white masonry bricks.
Yeah. Maybe one of the next sets I'm going to also buy is going to be the Renegade. What's it called?
The Blacktron Renegade.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to be buying that soon.
I have three of those sets.
Yeah.
That's the Ferrari. Now let's build the McLaren.
Now, the only reason why I want the Blacktron Renegade is because of the yellow.
The trans yellow.
Yeah, the trans yellow pieces.
And
now, on my channel, I'm going to start a Lego series and split my videos up into different series.
Yes.
One for mechs, one for starfighters, one for land vehicles, maybe one for trains, and then one for boats.
Well, whatever you do, that means the way you're gonna make different series means that you can put them all into different playlists, and you'll probably convince me to watch city updates and your stuff to do with trains.
Yeah.
So there's the McLaren.
Trust me, I'm gonna start building trains because they're fucking awesome.
They really are. Trains are my favorite thing.
Yeah, my favorite train is the bullet train.
What color is it?
What's my favorite color on it?
No, what color is that train?
Oh, it was just like that's just like my favorite train in general, but it was green.
So you're talking about the green, white, and black one from 2022.
Yeah.
Because my favorite passenger train ever is the Metro Liner from 1991. My favorite freight train ever is the Freight and Crane Railway from 1996.
Yeah, but I'm gonna start doing mocks on trains.
That would be really cool because
with tutorials as well.
Yeah, that would be really cool because I've bought some duplicates of trains in the past just so that I can harvest their power functions for making mock trains.
Yeah, and obviously you're learning a new building like idea.
Yeah, like because
Like-
one of the big techniques I learnt from the blue cargo train that came out in 2014 was how to build intermodal wagons that have space to transport 3 4x8 pallets on them. And if you want to build vintage Lego, you can build them up to be containers because the older containers were much smaller than the new ones because they were a smaller scale back then. And so I learned how to perfect flatbeds from there. And then there's a cool technique on the for building goods vans, because of the goods van in the 2011 red cargo train, and then in the 2015 heavy haul train, there's a brown hopper, and also there's a blue hopper that came out in 1991, and so I always get inspired by those two hoppers.
And plus, they're not too expensive either.
I know some people that buy the train sets and then sell the rolling stock individually because they only care about the engine.
Yeah. And I'm also going to buy some compatible Lego lights.
Yeah, because
my city once it's finished.
Yeah, there's a lot of light kits out there.
Yeah. Like I used to collect this fake Lego thing where there was a factory thing that you have to plug the bricks into with a wire.
Yeah, and there's a Lego city builder who's a full-time electrician that sells customized Lego bricks that have lights inside of them.
Are they any good?
A lot of my friends who also make videos, they buy their light kits from the guy, and they say that they're the best lights on the market. That's what they say. Yeah. Because what this YouTuber did was he took what was good about existing light kit companies, fixed the stuff that they did wrong to make his products not have any of the faults they had.
Yeah, again, it's learning from other people's mistakes and improving from it.
And that's called innovation, which is how products get better.
Yeah, like Lego, etc. When they first started.
Yeah.
They tried to find simple ways to improve.
Oh, there are instructions. They were in this brown wrap. There are instructions, but I think it's less instructions and more so a pamphlet. Actually,
It's
it
just
does
more
provide.
common sense.
Actually,
compared
I'm wrong. It does provide instructions. And it actually provides some alternate builds of how to make grandstands for audiences, which is cool. They actually give pictures for some alternate builds. That's something Lego doesn't do as much anymore. And then they have advertisements for some of the other Duplo sets at the back. And there's the parts list. So I'm going to build the rest of that set some other time. I just wanted to build these 3 cars now because I'm going to use that for a video project. Because I've made Lego microscale versions of all three of these cars, and I have a die-cast version of the Red Bull and the Ferrari car. And if Oscar Piastri wins the World Championship, I'm going to buy a die-cast of the McLaren car in the 1/28 scale.
Wow. That's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Those 1/28 scale die-cast Formula One cars, I think they cost me $28, which is about $20 US, which would be about £18.
Oh, one of those medium-sized ones.
Yeah, because the one in 28 scale die-cast versions of the Formula One cars, they can fit in the palm of my hand.
Yeah. What about the miniature ones? The ones that only include like, I don't know, 10 pieces. The ones that go for like £3 British pounds.
Those would be Lego polybags. I'm talking about I'm talking about 1 in 28 scale die-cast cars that isn't Lego.
Yeah.
So you know Hot Wheels cars?
Yeah.
They're die-cast.
All right. Yeah.
So it's that same material, but for Formula One cars, and it's 1 in 28 scale.
Ooh, sick.
Because I think a Hot Wheels car is 1 in 64 scale.
Yeah.
The die-cast cars for Formula One I buy are 1 in 28.
When I was little, I used to modify my Hot Wheels cars.
I know some Hot Wheels collectors that still do that. They change out the chassis, they paint the insides of the wheels, and they make some other cosmetic changes to make it their own custom cars.
Yeah, and obviously changing the rims of the wheels.
Yeah, because they might take a car that has white wheel rims, and they might use some silver spray paint to make it look silver, or they might take a silver or they might take Hot Wheels wheels that have a silver wheel rim, and they might spray paint it to be a matte black.
Yeah. I find stuff like that really cool. I'm really into that kind of stuff, like modifying stuff.
Yeah, because modifying anything makes it more individualistic.
Yeah.
And it makes it unique to whoever does it.
I've also started getting into metal welding out of the subject of Lego. Like, I made a really cool turret out of scrap metal.
I wish I was that crafty with scrap metal. I'm probably a little bit more crafty with scrap wood.
Yeah. The only issue is if you miss with your welder.
So I'm gonna get these in shot.
And you get the wrong part of the metal. And plus, you also have to wear correct PPE, because if you don't, and you're not wearing a mask, that will burn your eyes, make you blind, temporary, or even long term.
Yeah, because when I did metal work class and woodshop class in high school, we had to go through so many safety procedures to make sure we wouldn't get injured while we were crafting.
Yeah, obviously schools have to make sure you're wearing PPE.
Yeah, and we'd always have to make sure we were wearing the proper overalls, so we wouldn't get burned, and wear goggles so that we didn't get dust in our eyes and stuff. Hey, Zelda. Yeah, so I just unboxed this Lego Duplo set for the Formula One.
I'm probably going to have an all-nighter tonight, sorting out my bricks.
Yeah, I've pulled an all-nighter for the past 3 nights.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to do it as fast as possible so that I can not have as much as a gap between my video times.
Yeah, that's and I did, and I did that because I changed my schedule so that I can be awake for when more of my friends are awake.
Yeah, like I want to start watching American streamers, so I might start sleeping during the day when I'm not busy.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing because majority of my internet friends are from the US, and the second largest constituents are from Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to be cautious with my work. Like I work Monday to Friday.
So do you work 9 to 5?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe sometimes 11 till 5, depending what neighborhood I'm at when I'm detailing cars, because I don't want to be waking half the people up from my jet wash.
Auto racing still uses fuel, but Formula One does have an E series now. They actually changed to turbo engines so that they could put hybrid engines into their cars, I think in 2018, which is why the sound of a Formula One engine makes a different sound to what it used to. Yeah, Cliff was in chat earlier.
Cliff.
Yeah, that's his
All
name.
right. Cliff and Bricks, is it?
It's Clicking Cliff.
Oh, Clicking Cliff. Yeah, that's it.
Um,
I'm very bad with names.
But that's just as renewable as when people try to use potatoes to power a light bulb, I guess.
It does work, but not very well. But you need a lot more than just a potato.
It's easier for me to change my schedule than for all of my friends to change their schedule. And I go to bed when my body tells me to.
Who's your
Anyway.
buddy?
What?
Who's your buddy? You like your
No.
roommate?
No, I let my body tell me when to go to bed.
Oh, I thought you said your buddy, like your friend.
No. All of my buddies are online like us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I'm going to be doing a comparison, at least between the Red Bull. Yeah. Let me put this down again. Between the Red Bull and Ferrari versions of these Lego Duplo cars to the microscale Lego versions I built to the 1 in 28 scale die-cast versions of which I built. I also made a McLaren a McLaren Lego microscale mock, and if Oscar Piastri wins the world championship, I'm going to buy a McLaren Formula 1 in 28 scale die-cast car. So I opted to build these three for reasons I stated earlier on in the stream. So if you missed out on that information, you can go back and watch on the replay. And I'm going to build the rest of the set another time. But we did finish the battle bus. I don't think anyone from Brick Therapy knows who Adore Build is. We also finished the battle bus earlier on in the stream.
What's his name? What did you? Who was mentioned?
Adore Build.
A door build.
Adore
I'm
Build.
pretty sure I've seen that name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that name.
Adore Build.
Adora.
Yeah.
Like a door or bull, but without the bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, same spelling.
I'll let people from the Adore Build fan club explain it in the comments.
Yeah.
She has a cult following because she's a nice woman.
Female, not woman. Calling somebody a woman is a little bit disrespectful.
I'm gonna refill my bottle soon. Anyway, yeah, so we're done that. What else? You know what? I've got these 2 poly bags. I think I'm gonna quickly build the bluey one. I'm gonna quickly build the bluey poly bag.
Okay, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing so I can watch this. I love Bluey.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either, Zelda. The only reason I got this was because there were 3 different gift with purchases available at the same time. And these are the types of instructions with the use your hand graphics. I'm not a Bluey fan at all, but I know that the Bluey minifigs are going to be in demand one day, and it was a gift with purchase. Yeah, you'll have to wait until I upload a whole video this time next week to see what those 3 gift with purchases are. I'm uploading a video about Whitwell Chicago tomorrow. We're going to build this Bluey set, and then we're going to, and then we're going to sign off. Because I think I'll be able to build this inside 10 minutes, maybe even less. Yeah. So Zelda was thinking you're building a pizzeria, but what you're doing is tearing apart the Dark Falcon, and you were doing stuff with the Dirt Burger.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot right now. I'm doing so much to try and get pieces. With these dark grey tiles, I'm after quite a lot of those. You know, like for the outside of the doors and the windows.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna put some like bush designs there as well, some flowers and stuff, and even a little battle scene.
Yeah. Foliage always makes everything look more pretty.
Yeah.
That's why I try to get my hands on as much foliage as possible.
The more option you have, the better it is.
I know people that go to the Lego store and the only thing they buy is foliage from the pad wall.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I remember going to the pad wall and buying cups and cups, and then later boxes and boxes of just foliage, because you can never have too much.
And now what I can't wait is for when I get all these plates, because I can use them in my river.
Is there a blue plate in there somewhere?
No, like the stone designs to go out, like to hide other pieces. Use them as hidden pieces.
To build the banks of the river.
Yeah. I'm going to use the black as a hidden color. You know,
I know.
like how some sets use pink.
Yeah. She was in the chat earlier. I just wish that more people would either lurk or be engaged. Hopefully one day we'll provide a more entertaining product that keeps people there the whole time.
I could promote you to my Instagram page if you want me to. I've got like 300 followers.
Yeah, perhaps we can do stuff like that in the future. Long time no see, Jesse's Brick Galaxy. Good to see you here, buddy. Now
I don't mind helping you.
Yeah. Now I'm a big mock builder, but Jesse's Brick Galaxy builds way better mocks than what I do.
Now the question is he into his vintage Lego?
I'm not sure, but Jesse's Brick Galaxy made a really cool Hall of Justice mock that he brought to Chicago, and it was so good that I included it in one of my videos about it years ago.
Oh, cool.
So if you scan my content about Brickworld Chicago, you'll eventually see his Hall of Justice in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll check it out after the stream.
Teapot. Oh, I entered this wrong.
So many Technic pieces in this thing.
That's why I try to avoid building sets that have a lot of Technic in it.
Yeah, and obviously if you are, buy 2 of them. So you only have to build 1 and not dismantle it.
Yeah. I like to give credit where credit's due, and if I think that your mock's good, I'm going to tell you that it's good. like when you did that stuff with all that greebling, that was good.
Yeah, greebling. Very strong, defined word.
And actually, Jesse, do you know if who was it? Do you know if Troy still has his Roxon Tower built? Because that's one of the most impressive skyscrapers I've ever seen was the Roxon Tower built by Agents of Mock.
Yes, so this was the gaming controller I was talking about. That was included in the Dark Falcon.
That might have been used for one of the control panels.
You see?
Yeah. I think they've
pretty cool.
I think they've also used that as some control panels in some of the Ninjago sets.
Yeah, but without they have, but without the printing.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I'm after as much detail as possible.
Yeah, because that Roxon Tower was the most impressive thing I've ever seen Troy build. That's why, it was Troy's Roxon Tower that made me want Lego to make their own Roxon Tower, because for years people have been making their own version of the Avengers Tower, and then Lego finally made a UCS Avengers Tower after they made a UCS of the Daily Bugle, because they made a Daily Bugle in the second year of the Lego Superheroes thing. And also with the new Superman movie that's coming out, I think it would be cool if they make a UCS version of the Daily Planet. I would buy a UCS version of that right now.
Okay, now what I have ordered, actually, talking about the Daily Bugle, is the instructions. for
Are you
any
going to
building techniques.
Are you going to try and build a replica mock version?
No, it's just more for the building techniques that I used in it.
Okay, because so do you prefer to have in-hand instructions rather than going online to find them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Bluey poly bag, and people are going to go
Very well.
cuckoo, and people are going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at all the Bluey minifigs. So there's a close-up of the Bluey minifig.
That's so cool.
I'm not a Bluey fan, and I don't pretend to know anything about Bluey, so I'll let all the Bluey fans tell me what all this means, because I don't.
That looks like an owl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the son or the father of the series.
Yeah, that's the father.
Okay, so this is the father.
Yeah, he's the same color as Bluey. And the
I
mother
do.
is the same color as the sister
Yeah.
or the brother, the other brother.
I do want answers, and I want answers from fans, because that's engagement. So actually, I'm gonna prop this up. I'm gonna prop this up. I'm gonna prop this up for close up. Actually, we need to go taller. Let's prop this up on the box for this GWP trophy, and we're gonna use this for the sign out. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off with blowing in the face of the camera. So Bluey's gonna say goodbye to everyone in a couple minutes. Anyway, this stream's been a little bit of everything. We finished the battle bus. We built we built my 3 preferred cars from the Duplo Formula 1 set, and we built this Bluey poly bag. So we did a little bit of everything in this stream. Actually, I need to angle this. So that I can see the comments better. Let me get Bluey in the shot. Okay, so Zelda did some quick research, looked it up. That is Bluey, not Bandit the Dad. Okay, so the father's name is Bandit, and Bandit is only in one non-Duplo set, because I've heard people saying the Duplo sets are actually better than the system sets for the Bluey thing. That's what I heard from some people. And also now we have links for the Brick Therapy Discord server provided by Streamlabs. Or you can use the link in the description. That's because it was available. It was available last week, Zelda. That poly bag was a gift with purchase. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't a gift with purchase. I got the Bluey set as a gift with purchase with the Duplo Formula 1. That's the only reason because I was waiting for an opportunity to buy that Duplo set, and that set had a price that met the threshold to get this GWP. So I thought, You know what? I don't care about Bluey, but I have a lot of friends who like Bluey, and so having this polybag will give us a reason. Well, no, sorry, having this polybag will be a conversation starter when it started a conversation, and that's all I can ask for. Because I buy stuff that I might not like, but my friends, family, and fans like, and because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'll still talk about Star Wars or show something Star Wars because it's a conversation starter. Anyway, we're gonna end this stream. So, do you have any final thoughts, Owen?
No, just thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah. So before we say goodbye to everyone, where can we find you on social media?
Brick Therapy, Instagram. That's about it.
And Owen's YouTube and Instagram is linked in the description below. So who was here today? We had Jay's Bricks, the Brick Pro, Shirley, Rahim, Randucci, Cliff, Alexandria, JDP, Joan, Lego Tours NI, Crimson, Team C Dina, XD, Legend, Zelda, Jesse, and that was everyone.
And never too old for Lego.
Who was on the panel with us.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you, Owen, and Never Too Old for Lego for being on today's panel. Bluey wants to say thank you as well. Thanks for all those people who came out today. To better accommodate 2-4's schedule, we will be starting every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern rather than 3 p.m. Eastern to better accommodate when he has to take some of his pills. So I'm going to change the thumbnail for it all to be 1 hour earlier for all future episodes of the Transocean stream, and anyone else from Brick Therapy is free to join us if they ever have time. But you'll always see Owen, 2-4, and myself unless one of us has to pull out. Yeah, so it's been a good time today. I've done some odd jobs. Owen's done sorting and tearing apart some of his sets for building blocks. And 2-4 was going through the storm outside his house. Anyway, thank you for watching. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We'll be live again 1 hour earlier, this time next week. I'm going to go render my video that will be uploading tomorrow. So thank you for watching this stream. We'll see you on a future episode of the Transocean stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.